Okay, YouTube, another long day at the shop. So how about a shot? Looks like it's the last one for this bottle. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gents, and all that. Cheers, as always. And today I'm going to show you not how to replace, but just to get to the battery on a BaByLiss FX Trimmer. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this thing really isn't meant to be taken apart, and you're about to see why. But I know a lot of people wanted to know how to get to the battery, how to replace it and stuff like that. And you might be better off buying a new clipper, and you'll see why. All right, so we start off at the bottom here. I know the screwdriver is dirty, but it gets the job done. And once we get this little bottom piece and its hang mechanism off, try to keep the screws in there and just put it to the side. You'll be able to slip the pants off real quick. Put those to the side. Then we're going to take out these two screws right here. These might be a little tough, so you might have to put a little elbow grease into them. After you get those two out, see, you have to do a little bit more. So you got to take the blades out next. So now that you got the blade out, still can't get this thing apart. So you're gonna have these two right behind where the blade was. And that'll be your next move. Now you can actually separate it. And this is where you're gonna get jammed up. You see these two things floating around? That's what holds the teeth in. So you don't want to be like me. And you know what? I know everyone's like, oh, that's when you clean it out. So let me clean this out a little bit. You didn't clean it out, but look at the mess I'm making underneath. So anyway, you don't want to lose these two, because you'll be going to screw in your blades and they won't screw in. So now, oh geez, this whole thing. So now you can get the top off as well. Now you see, I actually broke these when I took it apart the first time. Make sure you don't lose this as well. This little clear thing that the light goes through. I'm just going to put this to the side for now also. So you have to be gentle. Actually, it got me again. You're going to be trying to get this off, and that's why I broke it, because there are two more screws you have to take out, and they're right here underneath that foam. So watch this. And this is when you got to say, you know what? This thing, see that screw in there? Can you see it? You have to say this thing probably wasn't meant to be taken apart. With these camouflage screws and everything else. Now, after all that, you pop these and you can finally get to the battery. Now, you see you have the charging port right here. This is where the plug switch is. It slips into that little slot. This could pop out. And when you try to pop this battery out, let me just pop it out and show you, man. When you try to pop this thing out, you see it's soldered. The wires from the motor are soldered right to the motherboard, and this battery is like glued to the whole assembly. So I'm just showing you how to get to it. I'm not taking it this far. At this point, I would say, you know what? I'll just buy the new one and keep this in the stash as a backup. So let me get this all back together the way I need it to be. And now I have to reassemble. These have to fall in there just like that. That's how you want them. So once you get these back in here, sitting like that, take this part, lay it in there, and it's going to hold it in place. And we're back, thank God. But yeah, guys, I wouldn't go taking this apart. You might lose a couple screws and some of those little nuts on the way. If anything, I would just get a new one, unless you really want to get crazy, man. But if I had to say, don't try to replace the battery on the BaByLiss trimmer. It's just a little too much into it. You might lose the pieces, not get it back, get frustrated. If you even get to the length of trying to solder the new battery on the motherboard and get the glue off the battery and whatever else is on there, you'll probably wind up messing up somewhere along the line and order a new one. So my advice, don't do it. That's it for tonight, though. Peace.